This is an impromptu recording as I get ready to go see my mom, who is here in the hospital. This is her fifth hospital visit in 6 months. She got her stroke back in October, and my life has completely changed. Her life has completely changed, but she continues to be the most awesome, loving, God fearing person that I know. Some of the things she says, I'm like, wow, how do you even still have that type of spirit after everything that you've gone through? I'm standing here on top of the hospital parking lot, and it reminds me of I was at a similar hospital parking lot, and I was like, let me just record this video because I had this plan of doing weekly YouTube videos, and then my mom got her stroke, and so I was like, I'm gonna still try and do this video. But anyways, the last video I did, I ended it talking about loss and suicide. And yeah, 2 months gone and I haven't recorded a video, and it's okay. I'm quite fine because I've been focusing on my mother. But I still know that I need to, use my voice because there are people who are going through loss, who are hurting, and might be my message can be that thing that helps them. And why I say that, it's because yesterday I was at work and, speaking to someone. And in our conversation, they mentioned that, they won't be at work a particular day because somebody died. I had to ask, like who died and what happened? Somebody committed suicide. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no. The fact that my last video ended talking about that topic, it made me go back to 2018, 2019, when I was in that space, when I felt like things was just going downhill. I was this educated person, professional, but still just felt stuck, felt like things weren't happening for me with all the other things, financial things, relationship issues, health issues. There were days when I felt like I didn't want to live, right? Like, what's the purpose of just being on this hamster wheel of just doing the same thing over and over and over again and nothing's changed? There's no joy and there's no peace, there's no love. And so 2025, I am this person who I'm happy with myself. I love God, and those two things just innately make me love others, right? I just have a love for people. I mean, I don't like foolishness. I don't like people doing stupid things or people who don't respect others or people who harm others. There's some disdain for things like that, but on a whole, like I just love people and love the fact that we're here to serve others. And so, how can I use my experience, my knowledge? I'm a little old up there, folks. So I went to a career day early this month, and I asked the students how old they think I was, and they were way off. One young man, he eventually got it. But yes, I'm almost 50. I'm closer to 50 than anything else. So I come with a lot of experiences and a lot of wisdom. It gives me pleasure when I speak to my daughter and she tells me, how much she appreciates our conversations. And I say, God, thank you for all those moments of pain, of challenges, because if it wasn't for those things, those hurt, those disappointments, I wouldn't have gained the wisdom and knowledge to now be able to advise her as a teenager, as a college student. And so, whatever's happening in your life, find the lessons, figure out, right? It's an opportunity to navigate, to just be resourceful. How do you solve your problems? Right, find ways to solve your problems. And then once you solve a problem, how do you teach others how to navigate the same issues? Because these problems have been going on for life, for generations, from the Bible days, and they're going to continue to happen even after we're gone. So while we're in the moment, it's for us to just figure it out and find the peace and the joy in it, or what comes afterwards. And yeah, you're going to solve that problem, and then something else going to happen, and you're going to have to figure out that one. And so that's what I've learned over the years. And so as I get ready to go back downstairs to my mom's room, I'm just grateful for her love, how she grew me. And when I show up for myself, for my family, for my country, for my ancestors who have never set foot on this United States of America, but I show up and I act in totality with integrity. I do and I be above and beyond because I'm representing and I am, it's just a joy to just do things and do it above and beyond and make sure that it comes out well. April is a month for a lot of my family members. So today, April 30th, is my late grandmother's birthday. Yesterday was my sister's birthday. A couple days ago was my daughter's birthday, my cousin's birthday, my mother's birthday. And so, yeah, shout out to all the April people. Yes, I have to acknowledge you, but March is still the best. Since my mom got her stroke, her fifth hospital visit, I'm there. I am, her main caregiver, along with my other sisters. All the hospital visits, when I go, I make sure I'm advocating the nursing home. When she was doing her rehab, I make sure, okay, advocate. So I said, advocate for your people. Your people. Like, if you come in the room and you see a mom gasping for air, like, that's not how she normally is, right? So something is wrong. So you got to advocate. You got to speak up. You got to get resources. You got to get people. If this person isn't doing what they're supposed to do, then you need to find somebody else. And so I'm not afraid to ask questions. So it's interesting because I can advocate for others, but I don't really advocate for myself sometimes. So I'm gonna go ask question. I'm gonna go above and beyond. I'm gonna go over your head if I need to. If my mom needs something, um, yeah. And so it's interesting that one of the instances at the same hospital, the doctor that was attending to her in the ER, he did something that I didn't agree with, and I questioned him. And at the end of the day, he adhered to my request, and he acknowledged, and was impressed with my persistency. And so when she came back here, I contacted him and let him know, okay, she's back at this hospital, so you may need to check on her. And so he was like, oh my gosh, I am so thrilled that you contacted me. I am so happy. And please, like, you are my new hero. Like, you have kept your mom alive. And he's so grateful that, to know that people like me exist. And in a sense, it feels good to hear that. But I'm a little surprised and a little, perturbed that that's not the norm. Like, people don't show up for their people, right? Their mothers, their fathers, their grandparents, at the end of the day when they need them the most. And so as we are living our lives, as I profess to, be your ultimate self, we're living now, but we're also living for the future. So how do you prepare for those days when you get to that place? Like, who's going to be there for you? Who's going to be that person that's going to take you to the hospital? Who's going to be that person that's going to call and check on you? Who are going to be your people? So you need to start making that list right now and live your life in a way where you will have those people. It's, you just live loving people, loving yourself, and automatically God will provide, that one person who is going to check on you, that church sister that you helped a long time ago. Or it might be just, God just put people in place based on your actions, based on your intentions, based on your heart. And so I just want to thank God for everything that He has done for me, for my family, for my mother. And I am just enjoying this weather. It's a beautiful day. And tomorrow morning, my mom's going to go back home and we're going to start our routines all over again. So my days are made up of work, and then I fill in for the aide, And so I have become a pro at crushing medications, giving medications, changing her, all that good stuff. I won't list everything, but I've been a unofficial nurse, MD, over the last 2 months since she came home, and yeah, it's been awesome to be there for her. And my daughter has the same love and affection for her, so I know I'm in good hands if and when I get to that place. And if and when I get to that place, God will provide. Even if my daughter and my son and nieces aren't there, God will provide. Be well, be blessed, continue to be your ultimate self.